Here, there were initial reports of that people were out, but upon questioning the victim's mother, the family mother, we found that there were more people inside the car. Our dive team was dispatched immediately and arrived on the scene within 15 minutes. Bystanders actually rescued 2 children out of the water from on the surface, swam out and got them and performed CPR, revived them on the scene prior to our arrival.
Do you mind repeating that one more time? Sorry, the truck was going by.
Bystanders swam out and rescued 2 of the children that were on the surface of the water, and then they brought them to the shore and did CPR when they went unconscious, revived them prior to our arrival. Then we had our dive team in the water, suited up within 15 minutes. 4 minutes later, they pulled the first victim out, was a 11-year-old male victim, and 2 minutes later pulled the father out. All 4 were transported to the hospital, 3 to Children's and 1 to Mount Carmel into trauma.
Do we have any ages of the children, or they were?
I only know the age of the 11-year-old. I don't know the age of the other 2. My understanding is they were younger.
Do we have any idea how this car got into the pond in the first place?
No, the accident investigation, police, CPD, accident investigation's on the way to the scene, and they'll try to make that determination.
Do we know who made the call originally? Was it the family member?
No, bystanders called CPR when they heard someone screaming for help.
So how many people were in the car total?
Well, we think that 5 people were in the car total. The mother got out quickly. The 2 children then got out, were struggling on the surface, and then 2 people were in the car underwater.
What kind of car was it?
Not sure.
I heard they were of a different descent. Do we know if that's?
There was a language barrier on the scene, so we're trying to work with interpreting services to kind of find out what happened. The accident investigation crew will explore that further.
Have there been accidents in this pond before?
No, we have had incidents in the pond out here before.
Were they able to stay were all the windows closed? Is that how they were able to stay in the car for so long?
We don't think so. We think the windows were open. Our first rescue crew went out with just surface flotation on, located the vehicle while the divers were getting deployed, and they were standing on top of the vehicle, so they knew where it was. They said they could feel inside the vehicle, which indicates the windows were open.
How deep was it?
I think down there it gets about 12 feet or so. Mm-hmm.
From the time the call came in, and when do we have a timeline of when the car went in as to when they were rescued, do we think?
Well, the first person was pulled out in about 18 minutes, we think, and the second victim 20 minutes after our arrival. So we got the call at 12:18. Our divers were in the water at 12:33. First victim was extricated at 12:38, 12:39.
Do we know which hospitals they're at right now?
But they were taken to Children's, and the adult was taken to Mount Carmel East in serious condition.